Well, I don't have nothing but the past. Hey, you're breathing your oxygen!
Hey, you all. Good to see you on, honey. We're at the Supreme Court today. Been here a couple hours now. And this is our counter protesters over there. We have just a few. But we've got a lot of people. Hey, AJ. I did have one on Facebook earlier, so if you want, actually, if you could, AJ, if you could snag that one off Facebook maybe and download it for me. I figured that I would go live on YouTube here. There's a lot going on today. There's a Trump rally this afternoon on the National Mall. There's also vigils for the J6ers, so there's a ton happening down in DC here. They're having a prayer circle right now over here. And I don't know what this guy's yelling about, but it sounds pretty crazy with his masks plural on. So he must really enjoy breathing in yucky, disgusting air and all those poisons that his lungs are trying to expel and can't because they're getting trapped in that nasty fabric and all that lovely moisture and going back into his lungs. So hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he doesn't get sick or anything. I mean, I would hope not. All those masks definitely help. I'm sure those masks help. But anyway.
Civil rights, no mandate.
I don't know who exactly that is, AJ.
Poison vaccines up your ass. You can stick your poison vaccines up your ass.
I like your song.
Take your vaccine mandates, take your vaccine passports, and stick your poison vaccines up your ass.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Rosa Parks, civil rights, no mandates. Anti-abortion. This is her mugshot number. I'm in solidarity with Rosa Parks. I met her when I was 11 years old. 1965.
Kevin! You're done, Kevin.
Oh, sounds like we're gonna move this way.
Almost every single one of them. What's that?
Okay, everybody, if you're good, everybody would gather around. All patriots, all Christians, please come on over here.
One voice now.
Let's gather around for a moment of silence and a time of prayer. Okay, what we're all here for, what we're trying to do is unite all the different groups.
Hey, let's
Come over.
make sure
We're going to have a moment of silence, and then we'll give a few people an opportunity to pray.
Please someone confirm that happened. Don't please, if it is, please don't spread a rumor.
This is also a vigil. Prayer is so appropriate.
Hi, Tona.
Hi, Tona. Hey, everybody. Yeah, there's Mickey. Yeah. That's Ashley's mom.
It's all emotion.
It's all profanity. That's all it is. It's all profanity. I've never heard so many profane words strung together for so long in any one place.
I just really want to thank everybody for coming out today. You know, this is very, very important. Most importantly, what we really need to do is broadcast a message throughout this country. We are a constitutional republic, and we need every patriotic American, to stand up, restore our republic. And that's really why we're gathered here today. So they're finishing up, but what I wanted to do is really unite all the different groups here, have a moment of silence, and then, you know, lead a time of prayer. You know, what we're facing as a country, we were founded as a Christian country, a godly country. Most importantly is freedom of religion. We've gone so far away from that. And a big part of restoring our republic is turning it back to God.
Amen.
And so, a big part of why we're here today is to really pray to God and ask Him in His guidance, in His perfect way, to save our country and to restore our republic. So. Please don't engage. Please don't engage. All right. While we have a moment, I'm actually going to read an article that was put out today. All right. Today marks the 2-year anniversary of January 6th. Over 100 political prisoners of the Biden regime still languish in prison 2 years later. Most of them pretrial detainees being held unconstitutionally. But when there is darkness, the hero is bound to eventually emerge, and sometimes in the most expected form. In this case, that hero is tiny Nikki Whithoff, the mother of slain warrior Ashley Babbitt. Mickey moved to Washington, D.C. from her home in San Diego, California, to become a voice for the voiceless, the January 6th political prisoners languishing inside the walls of the D.C. Gitmo. Mickey has become a full-time advocate for the prisoners of the Biden regime, working around the clock to fight for their release, hosting a nightly vigil for the past 160 days and counting. Mickey has brought hope to these poor men in despair, said Kara Castronova of Citizens Against Political Persecution. She has shown unconditional love to the most hated and forgotten group in America, and literally brought light to these men at the darkest, most terrifying times of their lives. What a legacy for the rest of us to aspire to live by. Mickey Whithoff is hands down one of the most insanely gorgeous people I have ever had the honor of calling a friend. Her heart is pure gold. End quote. Since showing up in D.C. on August 1st, Mickey has shown incredible strength in her rise as an unlikely civil rights leader, directing the horrific pain she endures due to her daughter Ashley Babbitt's public execution.
She's the only one that's been
to supercharge her to fight the good fight. She fights for a group of men that were part of that historic day. Her daughter's life was taken by the Capitol Police officer, Michael Byrd. Sadly, Mickey lost her only daughter, but has become the spontaneous mother of a movement. Quote, "This makes me feel closer to Ashley," says Mickey. "If she were still alive, I know my daughter would be here on the steps of the jail, protesting until every one of the prisoners were released. I feel her here with me," end quote. Her name is Mickey Whithoff, but the detainees in the D.C. Gulag call her Mama Mickey. Make no mistake, she is the face of the Jan 6 movement for truth. That's a quote from J6 political prisoner Peter Steger. For 5 months, Mickey has been in the trenches advocating for the constitutional and civil rights of the condemned Jan Sixers, who have been denied adequate access to counsel, family visitation, and even basic medical care. Barred from seeing their own discovery, unlawfully detained for nearly 2 years, and publicly convicted before trial in a hostile district. Quote, meanwhile, the treatment is horrendous. We are witnessing blatant violations of the Geneva Convention protocols against cruel and inhumane treatment, said Randy Ireland of Americans for Justice, who has been by Mickey's side every day, sometimes working 20 hours a day. We're doing this to educate America that these constitutional, human, and civil rights abuses are going on. Another quote from another political prisoner. During my trial, I had 2 mothers present and watching from the gallery. Weeks later, when the verdict came and I feared that no one I knew would be there to support, I saw that you did not leave me alone. Political prisoner Kyle Fitzsimon in a letter of gratitude to Mickey as he languishes in prison. Despite all her grief, Mickey is at the D.C. courthouse almost every day attending trials and sentencing hearings. Sometimes the only warm face to console the prisoner on trial in a frigid courtroom packed with deep state demons like D.C. prosecutors, biased judges, and fake news media. Mickey has held press conferences in front of the Capitol, organized rallies, tirelessly spoken with media. She has picked men up from release and dropped men off for surrender. And each night, for 160 consecutive nights, she has held a popular vigil outside the D.C. jail that gives a platform to the men there and those in 16 jails across the country, who for so long have been silenced and ignored. They say if you build it, they will come, said Casanova. And unique and wonderful people come from all over the nation to stand with Mickey in solidarity. Similar to the way the group of runners organically started following Forrest Gump. It has been amazing to watch. I don't know about that. Mickey is there every night for the detained men to call her phone and speak to the world via the speaker system set up by her group. This includes holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas. She never stops working, Ireland said about the grit it takes to keep going. There's just this exhaustion factor. Every day at the courthouse, every night at the vigil till midnight. In the rain, 12 degrees outside with a wind chill at 20 below. But Mickey's determined. She's there to give a voice to the voiceless. And that's what we've been doing for 5 months. End quote. It has been the opposite of easy. Mickey has been verbally attacked with obscenities by low-life far leftists and Antifa lunatic goons like those here today. Physically assaulted by a heavy-handed correctional officer and endured the desecration of her daughter's memorial and legacy by the same morons. Mickey believes that if Ashley was still with us, this is exactly where she would be. Fighting for justice for the J6 political hostages. That is the very essence of the For Ashley movement. And until justice is served, that's exactly where she's going to be. A mother's work. Successes have been slow-going and hard-won, but their work has affected real change. We launched a huge calling campaign to the marshal's office that basically broke their phone lines, said Ireland about one event. It resulted in Lieutenant Lancaster being suspended, pending an investigation. This is another letter from one of the J6 political hostages. People have written me and said that we are changing the country and that they've been compelled to get involved in this grassroots movement since getting to know us all through the nightly vigil. Mama Mickey is not only the matriarch for the J6 family, an activist worth their soul, but she has become the very nucleus of the J6 America First movement, said political prisoner Sean McHugh in a letter from his cell in appreciation of Mickey. Through a motley crew group of dedicated live streamers sharing their craft, thousands of people can listen to the vigil firsthand testimony of the abuses happening inside the prison system and hear daily briefings from the intentionally obfuscated federal courts, where the judges are as politically charged as the juries. Real-time emergency alerts have rallied hundreds of phone calls with pre-trial prisoners out of perilous conditions and gotten the attention of the real president, who called him to the rally in support of Mickey and the prisoners. We plan on being here and standing in solidarity until it's over, Mickey said on what would have been Ashley's 37th birthday. Her constant presence has given the indefinitely detained men of January 6th the strength to keep fighting. You are the mother of an amazing veteran and hero, Ashley Babbitt, and you're the mother of the J6ers. Nobody else has done what you have done. Your heart is in it for the right reasons. This was said by Billy Cressman, a political prisoner, in a letter to Mickey.
And that's when people have started noticing me online. They're like, oh, well, they have a better...
10 men of the DC Gulag wrote letters to Mama Mickey and the American people expressing their incalculable gratitude to her on the 2-year anniversary of January 6th. You can read that letter on the Great Rape Pundit. One letter from a political prisoner and United States Marine, James McLean, is as follows. An angel and a mother. Who is Michelle Whithoff? To me, she is Mama Mickey. And it's her unconditional love for others that inspires in me a daily renewed spirit of selfless love and courage. It's in her that I find during my struggles that fire to carry on during my worst days. Mickey has been a spiritual light of hope and unity amongst the guys here in the DC jail. She has truly been my beacon of truth and freedom. I want to share a quick story with you about the direct impact a single person can have on another person's life when they so selflessly give themselves to the servitude of others. I was struggling the other day more than usual. My mind was wrestling and tormented with many things. Incarceration during the holidays, lawyers, sentencing approaching, my family, my children, a life lost. How many more years will I be away from my family? I was beating myself up pretty bad and was near tears. It's not that I don't want to cry, only that I'm unsure at this point if I'm capable of crying or if I have even any tears left. I remember walking out of my cell into the phone. I was going to make a phone call, but all the phones were busy. So I was standing there, and I'm sure I looked lost as the room was starting to disappear as I drifted further and further into my own thoughts. I heard my name being called by one of the other guys I'm detained with. It caught me by surprise because it wasn't my turn.
Guys, I gotta go. I gotta get off this live. I'm really sorry. I gotta call home. There's a fire right next to my house.